Doki Doki Forest, Amy speaking. More books? Really? I don't know. I have so many. There's old books? Oh, but I can't even fit them on my bookshelf. And children's books? Okay. I'll be right there. Hi friends, it's Amy at Doki Doki Forest, and today is Thursday. So, hashtag Thrifty Thursday. You can check that out and see what everyone's thrifting. This is hosted by Sheree over at Turquoise Dreaming. And as for myself, I have more books to share. And again, some of these I'm thinking that I might alter or use for ephemera. And then other ones, I'm of course like, well, maybe I'll read them first, or maybe they're just going to go on the shelf. Let's get right into it, though, without further ado, as they say. First up, I wanted to share, I found this 365 days of nature and discovery. Things to do and learn for the whole family. And I like the size of this book. It's a square. And each day you open up and you learn something. Like I just opened up to Buttercup Day. Buttercup Day, and I did see some buttercups while I was out for a walk. So how appropriate. And it does show you here the different parts of the flower. And then down here it gives you a little project you can try. So it tells you to cut the flower in half and then try to identify the parts. And this day is Cuckoo Day. So this tells you about the European or common cuckoo. It says it likes to lay its eggs in the nests of other smaller birds. Oh no, this is terrible. As soon as the egg hatches, the fledgling cuckoo pushes any other nestlings or eggs out of the nest so as to be able to take all the food brought by its foster parent. Cuckoo. Oh, and it says they're not the only ones. The American cowbirds use the same trick. I didn't know that, and I see cowbirds out in the field all the time. Now this one doesn't have a thing, something to do, so maybe they don't all have that. I don't know, I'm just exploring this. Look at this, we've got Spice Day, Lizard Day. So I'm not going to be cutting this one up. We got Drug Day. Okay, we've got Swan Day, Pepper Day, Penguin Day, Bug Day, Orchid Day, Squash Day, Salamander Day, all kinds of days. So I think, I don't know if you just open up to a random page. I kind of thought it was going to be, I thought there was going to be a date on each page, but I think you just open up and then whatever you get, that's the kind of day you're having. Like, look, maybe you're having a tea day today, but you could also be having a trout day today. So yes, this is a keeper. That one goes on the shelf with my nature books. And speaking of nature books, I also found this one, Garden and Field Birds, Eggs and Nests. Nearly 200 illustrations. So let's see. This one is, I'm going to see octopus books. I don't think I've ever seen octopus books. Have you ever seen that? Oh, my camera makes it like, the camera legs make it awkward to try to show you, but look how cute that is. The little tentacles say octopus. Spell out octopus. This is from, English version, first published in 1974. Well, what do you know? It's my birth year. So this is about birds, migration. So we have a lot of info. We've got some kind of yellowed pages, which is nice. We've got some black and white sketches. I'm trying to see where the colored birds in built-up areas. Oh, here we go. Here's a colored picture. So here is the song thrush. And I wonder if I can get my light a little better. Is that a little better? I think so. it's actually kind of dark in the studio, but I thought I'd give this a go. But look at it, I like this because it shows you the egg and the bird, of course, and what, if it's male or female. And then it shows you what sort of nest they have. So that's really helpful. But does every bird get? Here's the European blackbird. That looks like the same, very similar egg to the one on the previous page, doesn't it? Similar, but not the same. That one has like blackish speckles, and this one's lighter. The common red star. Look at all these beautiful blue eggs. Sometimes I find blue robin eggs. I didn't realize there were so many other birds. I didn't finish my sentence. So many other birds that have blue eggs. This is cool. Look at that. Must be a little, is this in the bark of a tree? They find a little hole. That's what it looks like. Oh yeah, hollow tree stump or letterbox. They build a nest of moss, well lined with feathers and fine hairs. The 10 to 16 eggs are incubated for 12 to 14 days. That's a lot of eggs. Wow. I think of birds as laying, maybe 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Oh, swallow. I saw the swallows playing over the pond the other day. And you can find their nest. They like to go inside of like barns or, up in the beams up there. So this is definitely a keeper. Look at that beautiful bird. Kestrel. White throat. So yeah, this is beautiful. This is a keeper. This again goes on my nature shelf. And let's just see. This has the slipcover. Let's see if the hardcover is. Oh, it's the same thing. Okay, well that's really nice. Yep, so that's another keeper. All right, so let's look at this one. This is a mythology book, and it's rough. It's in rough shape. See how the spine is basically coming off, or is off. It's hanging on. I gave it a sniff test. I don't smell like a moldy, mildewy kind of smell. And as I'm showing this, the cover is just, the back cover, I should say, is just completely off at this point. So this one to me is a no-brainer. This is in rough shape. So, ooh, $20. Someone paid $20 for this? Ooh, look at this. Look at this nice, beautiful script writing. Maybe it says Mr. Fuller? A Christmas present from, gosh, GWS, MS, I'm not sure. What does that say? I don't know, there's something underneath it too, but I love that script. Let's see what year this is from. Look at this. It's even got like a super old piece of parchment in there. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to show you as it disintegrates practically in my hands. So we have an illustration, the Council of the Gods. Then we have the parchment. And then we have, go right here, The Age of Fable, or Beauties of Mythology. And this is from 1865. To Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, the poet alike of the many and the few. This attempt to popularize mythology and extend the enjoyment of elegant literature is respectfully inscribed. How polite. So, yeah, it's a pretty thick book, and, it's got the nice aged pages, and I think I feel pretty good. Here's Apollo and Python. We've got some stories here. I do love stories of mythology, so that's the only thing that makes it a little bit like, well, maybe I'll read it first, but I don't know that I'm going to actually read this because it's just so thick and the text is so small, and I don't know. I don't know if I'd realistically sit down and read the whole thing, but I could see myself sitting down and just kind of reading bits here and there, and because there may be some, I'm sure there's some good info in here and good stories. I do love gods and goddesses and all that sort of thing, so I do love mythology. But, you know, this book is pretty tragic unless I just created a new cover for it, which I haven't done that. I mean, this thing's just, there we go. This thing's just coming out. I mean, I could just take this and give it a new life with a new cover and then just use these for whatever. I don't know. These are things to ponder. What would you do with this? I put it in my bag at the book sale because I thought this would probably just get trashed. And I thought, well, rather than having it get trashed, we could probably do something with it. So that's in my probably going to alter that one. Next, I found this really nice volume, Treasure Trails Parade, a book of favorite stories, poems, and games. And this is a pretty big book. And this reminds me of some storybooks I had as a child when I was first learning to read. It wasn't this big. I'll show them to you sometime. I think I still have, do I still have one? I think I do. So we've got the contents. Oh, look at this cute little snowman. I was trying to find a year. Look at that little bear. Can I, again, let's see. Look at that little bear. He's so cute. Look at a cat and a sleeping bear. Wait a minute. Where's the year? Where's the year? Oh, I had missed it before. Here it is. Okay, so 1958 is the year on this. And this is in really good shape. I mean, it is chock full. It's full of stories. Now this, I feel like I want to read some of these stories. I used to love this sort of book when I was growing up. I mean, I had a book that was different, but the same kind of thing where it was a collection. Look at this, The Torrey House Mystery. Look at that nice car. I kind of like how each story has its own color too. Cinder and Inky's Adventures. Like, how cute is that? So as cute as that would be to like cut out and use on a page, I don't know. I think I have to read this one first. It's just in too good a shape. The Peddler of Mayo. Oh, look at this snowflake song with the little vintage little frost fairies, or snow fairies, I should say. That's super cute. So I think I'll probably copy these pages. I don't think I would. Is that a little koala? I don't think I would cut these up. I am thankful because. So yeah, this is a really nice book. Pegleg and the Whale. Got a little bit of everything in here. The 5 Little Bears Go to School. That sounds like a book I would like. A Playhouse Adventure. Look, the girls are playing. They've got their dolls out there. So yeah, this I'm going to read. I'm not going to cut into it at this point. I would photocopy if I wanted the pictures, but I am going to read these. I'm curious. Next up, I found this book, Toads and Toadstools, The Natural History, Folklore, and Cultural Oddities of a Strange Association. So this was a must-buy for me. Let me zoom out a little because this is kind of a big book. Because, you know, I love frogs and toads. I love mushrooms. So I saw this cover, and I was pretty much sold. And then I flipped through and saw the pictures in here. Here's the same picture. But I saw this and I was like, oh, this is for me. What's in a name? Fungi ben mesheroms, there be 2 manners of them. One manner is deadly, and slayeth them that eateth them, and be called toadstools, and the other doeth not. I know that's probably toadstools, but it's written like toadstools, so I Trying to pronounce it how it is written. Let me just do a check. Now this looks like a newer book. So let's see. 1958. And then most recently, this is from 1995. So these pages are shiny because it's kind of like a magazine kind of quality to it. But you've got these beautiful mushrooms. The toadstool in Europe. So it's natural history. Ooh, here's a chapter we have to read, right? Fungi and fairy folk. And yeah, it's just chock full of all these pictures and info. Really nice. Where's my toads at? Ooh, there's a nice one. The Toad in Witchcraft. The Fly Agaric. So here we go. Oh, look at that. In Europe and Asia. Don't know what's happening in that picture. Toad and Toadstool in the Americas, Asia, Africa, and Australia. So I guess it takes you all around the world and maybe tells you, you know, how the toadstools were used or what sort of meaning they had, and the toads. Fertility and love. Frogs symbolize fertility. I guess love too. Makes sense, right? Oh, there's some loving going on there. We better move past. They need their privacy. So that's a keeper. Sorry about the shine. That is a shiny book. So from that, I bring you this little teeny tiny book. Am I holding it the right way? Yes. I couldn't resist this little teeny tiny book. I didn't know what it was, but I said I have to get it. Let's see. So I am holding it upside down. Okay. Sorry. Goes this way. Could not resist. Porter Abington. Really aged pages here. Look at this picture. Harry teaching, what does it say? Dan Denny? Harry teaching Dan Denny. Look at this. Henry Maynard, trying to get out of debt. So I'm curious to read this. This was the year 1862. And let's see. Taking a fresh start, working at the paying page, mistakes found out, why Henry helped Dan Denny, and who settled the account. Sounds like this Dan Denny was in trouble. So here's the book. We have these pretty letters here, and then there's some pictures throughout, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the chapter. And when there's a new chapter they have... Oh, no, there's a little picture. There's a little picture there. So anyway, just a little book. Just something just thought... I loved the size of it. Like, how cute would that be as an altered book? Just a cute size. Almost like a... let me get a card, a gift card. So it's bigger than a gift card, but it's still pretty small. And then we have this one, which again fell apart. The front cover wasn't there. The Children's Pitter Patter book for 1928. And I figured for sure I would use these pages. And then I have the back cover. Whitman Publishing. How Brother Rabbit Fooled the Elephant and the Whale. So this says copyright 1927, and it is chock full of stories and little, that looks like a little poem. 3 little pigs, drawing charts. It's pretty neat. The sampler. Little Boy Blue. Oh look, Mr. Turkey gets a song. I just thought these pages would be great in a journal. And I don't feel bad about using them because they already kind of fell again, unless I take this and I give it a new cover. I mean, do I even do that? That's not even a thing that like I do. I don't really do much of this whole altered book thing. It's pretty new to me. So I don't know. I don't know, but I like it. I love books. Whatever I'm doing with books, I love it. If I'm reading them, if I'm altering them, flipping through, love it all. And this one I just thought was cute. The Witch Who Was Afraid of Witches. Let's see, this is 1978. But I just thought this was really cute. And I thought this might make a cute little book to make into like a Halloween kind of a book. And I don't know if the story's any good. I'll read it and see, because I might keep the pages and then just add more pages. Like I've seen Possum Patty do that with the golden books. This is maybe thicker, maybe not too much thicker. Yeah, it is thicker. But she'll just, you know, take it apart and then put it back together again and add in more pages. So the story pages are still there. And some of them she covers and some of them she doesn't. So I like that idea. So I might do something like that with this for Halloween time. Or just, you know, fall time. Not necessarily a Halloween theme. And the last book for today I will show you is Cooper's Works. This book is also kind of falling apart. Well, it's really falling apart. This one I thought would be an easy alter. But I like that it has this design on the back. And it's a mess. It's all like broken and falling apart. And I'm not going to read this. I'm definitely not going to read this. So I thought this one I could start with. This could be in my starter, like rip it apart, have fun, you know, use these pages to paint on and spray and do whatever. And maybe repurpose this cover. Do something else, although the spine is rough. I don't know. But I guess a piece of fabric. But yeah, so let's see. So I have that. I'll show you my books. That one and that one I'm okay with altering. This one I'm okay with altering. This one is definitely not getting altered. The Mythology one I'm okay with altering. And the Treasure Tales I'm going to put in my keep for now. And then we had the Birds, which I'm keeping for sure. And my 365 days, which I'm also keeping. So, almost even. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. Where's my other one? It's so small. Ta-da! I'm okay with altering that one too, just because I like this little book. Unless I read it and it's like entertaining and I have to keep it. So, I guess I'll read this one first. That's a quick read, so I can do that. That's where I'm at for now. So stay tuned and see if I actually dive in and alter anything. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to check out the hashtag. Check out Turquoise Dreaming. I'll put everything down below, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.